What's up, guys? It's been a while since I last uploaded, and this isn't what I usually do, but hey, I felt like doing something different. So today we will be breaking down the Season 3 teaser for Titans we just got the other day because I'm a DC fanboy, so why not? So as you guys have probably already seen, the first thing we get to see in this trailer is a wide shot of Gotham City with the bat signal in the sky and some police investigating something on the street below. Now, if you guys know anything about Gotham City, you know whatever these cops are investigating cannot be good. There is no shortage of really evil people in this city. In this scene, we actually get to see the cops quickly running and getting in their cars, as if something really bad is going down somewhere else. It could probably be them responding to the death of a certain character we will be discussing in a minute, or it could just be your average night in Gotham. I do know we will be getting a lot of Scarecrow in this season, so maybe this is just them going to capture him alongside Batman. In the next scene, we get to see Jason Todd, aka Robin, breaking into Amusement Mile. We know it's Amusement Mile because we already know this season they are doing a live-action adaptation of Under the Red Hood, which is one of my all-time favorite Batman comics. Jason is clearly here for a reason, but I don't think he actually knows what he is getting himself into at all. I will say I've had an issue with this portrayal of Jason because he is just really easy to trick and manipulate, even beat in a fight. Jason Todd in the comics is a real badass. He was amazing at being Robin and loved being Batman's sidekick. This version of him is just really stupid. I love the actor they chose to play him, and the costume looks great, but he is just awful at everything he does in this show. He fights really bad, gets beat up a lot, always falls for enemy traps. I know Jason isn't on the same level as Batman or even Dick Grayson, but he hardly is believable as Robin if he can't fight, solve any crimes or riddles, or even go one episode without looking like a sad puppy. Now, we don't know what brings him to Amusement Mile, but we can assume it has something to do with the Joker hurting Batman through his children. We also get a look at this really cool dead guard. And no, it's not cool that he's dead, but come on, just look at that makeup. It's a really good adaptation of the Joker toxin. If you guys don't know, the Joker kills people in a lot of different ways, with a gun that doesn't actually shoot a bullet, but instead shoots out a little flag that says bang, but then when he pulls the trigger again, the flag shoots out, killing the person it hits. But nothing is as classic as this. He uses a gas, or sometimes a liquid, that literally makes people laugh and smile to death. I'm sure we will be seeing more of these kinds of kills in the future, and I'm really looking forward to that. After Jason sees the guard and realizes who killed him, he is shocked, and even starts slowly walking backwards in fear. Then suddenly he hears a maniacal laughter and quickly turns to see where it's coming from, but then it cuts away. We will be seeing more of that in a minute though. We then get an overhead shot of Gotham City, and then some shots of what look to be a major police bust on a city street. You can see several cops with their guns drawn on somebody off screen. There are a lot of cops here, so clearly whoever it is, they are bad news. It could be Scarecrow, it could be the Joker. We won't know until we get to see it, but I'm betting it's Scarecrow or maybe just some of his goons. Oh man, I'll never get tired of seeing a live-action Nightwing. He is my all-time favorite DC hero and has been since I was a kid. When I was little, I didn't dream of being Batman. I dreamed about being Nightwing. So anyway, we get the shot of Dick looking down at something really horrifying, judging by the look on his face. I don't think he's seeing anything related to the Joker here. I actually think he might be coming to help somebody and realizes he's in over his head. We do get a shot of him fighting some goons who look like they work for the Scarecrow based on their breathing masks on their faces, so maybe he's looking down on a ton of goons with hostages or something. We won't know till it happens. That's just my guess. The next scene is really cool. We get a hero pose shot with Gar, Connor, Crypto, Dick, and Corey. First thing I noticed was Crypto. I really think it's cool that they are not only using the character, but actually having him be involved, because I always thought Crypto was a super cool character, and a certified hecking good boy. The second thing I noticed was Starfire actually got a super suit. Very cool. And it's super different from anything I've ever seen her character wear, so they get points for originality. Plus, I don't think the actress who plays her would be very comfortable wearing what Starfire usually does in the comics. It doesn't leave much to the imagination, does it? Moving on next, we also get Gar and Connor looking like they are feeling better after what they went through last season. I won't spoil it, but it's hard to believe these two would be okay for missions after what they went through. Gar still doesn't have a super suit, but I'm sure he will get one eventually. Hopefully by then he can turn into more than just one animal. Connor is rocking his classic comic costume, and I have to say the actor they chose to play him is perfect, and he's built like a tank. Nightwing is also rocking his comic accurate suit depending on how many years you go back. His first costume is something I hate seeing. Overall, this is a really cool shot, and I'm glad it's in the teaser. Next, we get a few shots of Hank and Dawn. I don't really have much to say about them, because I'm not too interested in them to be honest. I think their suits are really cool, but as characters, they just don't do anything for me. I also am really confused about their timeline, because I could have sworn they had been together for a long time, but then they said Dawn was with Dick first. I thought they met right after Hank got out of school after his brother died. I would need to look into it, but that whole thing really confused me. I thought Hank knew Dawn first, and then they were lovers who fought crime together before they met Dick. So, did they break up for a while, then get back together? If so, that's kind of weird, because Hank seems super cool with Dick and Dawn's relationship. Either way, they will most likely settle their issues this season. I think the death of Jason will have a bigger impact on Hank and probably give him the push he needs to stop being a crackhead. This next bit is a little bit weird, but I think it's somebody shooting up fear gas through an inhaler. It's a little weird to me because the only person who I could think would take fear gas on purpose would be Harley Quinn, because she has already openly admitted to using it to get high for fun in the Injustice 2 video game. I know that doesn't relate to this, but it popped up in my head. This person could be Scarecrow, but why would he take his own fear gas? In the comics, he's immune to it, so there would be no point in inhaling it. Either way, I have no idea who would be taking fear gas if that's what this is. It could be some version of Venom, but that's usually depicted as green, so I'm unsure. I'm sure we'll all make sense when we see it in full. I'm really excited to talk about this next part because I think it's the coolest shot of the entire teaser. We get to see the Joker, or at least his ass, which is good enough for me. Comic book spoiler alert ahead. In the comic, Under the Red Hood, the Joker kills Jason Todd by first beating him half to death with a crowbar and then blowing up the building he was locked inside of. Honestly, when I read the comic and then saw the animated film, I truly thought the Joker intended Batman to save Jason. If he wanted him dead for Batman to find, he would have done it in a much more Joker way. Just blowing somebody that important to Batman up is not really his style, so I don't know. But here it's obvious this version of the Joker is much more sinister and will probably just use the crowbar. Honestly though, it kind of once again makes Jason seem not believable as Robin here, because after everything we have seen his character do, for his journey as Robin to end by simply being beaten by the Joker is kind of lame. He never did anything outstandingly cool or impressive, and was really just a cocky brat who happened to dress like Robin. Either way, I don't think this is a dream or a vision, so whether I like it or not, Jason Todd is going to have a seriously bad day. We do get a brief shot of who I believe is the Scarecrow in his cell in Arkham. I know he will be breaking out this season somehow, but still, it's nice to know he was locked up for at least a little while. This next shot raised a lot of questions for me. We get to see the Red Hood, aka Jason Todd, after he died. I think the actor they chose for a young Jason Todd is good, but to have that same person try to play somebody as badass as the Red Hood after 2 seasons of him just being pathetic is really hard to believe. I don't know if there will be a time jump. There most likely will be, since it would be weird for this to all happen in just a few episodes' time. I do have a crazy theory that Jason will breathe in fear gas and get a vision of him dying and becoming the Red Hood, and this is all just going to be a nightmare, but that's just a theory. In reality, it probably does really happen, but I do hope not, because I would like to see his character actually do something cool before it changes. The Red Hood is an amazing character, and I love the idea of a live-action adaptation, but if they want us to believe that version of Jason could be him, they need a lot more showcasing of what he can actually do. Red Hood is scary because he knows all of Batman's moves, he knows how he operates, and is almost on his level when it comes to fighting. This Jason is weak, not very smart, and can't escape from a taped up box. He is emotional, irrational, and very cocky. He doesn't have the skill to be a believable opponent for anyone, especially not Batman or Nightwing. Either way, let's see how it goes and how they explain this random increase in abilities after he becomes Red Hood. Maybe they will have a way to tie it all together. Next, we see Bruce Wayne looking very concerned. He has a cut on his cheek and has just seen combat recently before this scene. I heard people online saying they thought he was wearing his batsuit here, but clearly that's just a shirt. It might be some Under Armour he wears under the suit maybe, but I think it's just a shirt and he already changed out of the batsuit completely. This scene is taking place in Wayne Manor, and it seems as though he is looking at somebody. It could be Dick Grayson coming to Wayne Manor looking for Jason, but who knows. I also heard people theorize that Batman will be quitting after Jason dies, and to them I say, read more Batman comic books. Batman never gives up or quits. He never takes breaks or breathers. When he gets sad, he gets angry, and when he gets angry, he takes it out on crime. I think Bruce will take down the Joker while the Titans deal with other things like Scarecrow or Blackfire or whoever else. We get a very quick look at the crowbar used to kill Jason. It's laying on the floor of Wayne Manor, and Dick Grayson looks to be walking past and just noticed it. I think this is taking place a long time after Jason's death, and this will be Jason's way of letting Dick know he's back. We also get a very fast shot of Dick in what appears to be the Batcave, indicated by the bats and, well, the cave. Then we get a shot of Jason crying on the phone. Obviously, this is before his run-in with the Joker. No clue who he is talking to, but my theory is it's either going to be the call that lured him to the Joker, or it's going to be him saying goodbye because he thinks he's about to die. Or it could be him talking to Rose. We know their relationship didn't exactly end well. Then we get a shot of somebody holding a knife. It almost looks like they are standing outside somebody's house. It's a little creepy, and I have no idea who this is or where they are. We get more Hank and Dawn, or as I like to call them, Crack and Yawn. We also get a shot of Gar. Some people think this is taking place inside the Batcave, but I don't think we see enough yet to know exactly where he is. Corey is running up behind him, so this must be a GTFO moment. He clearly sees something shocking, which it's hard to imagine anything shocking him after what he's already been through. This part with the criminal shooting up at something is ripped straight from the animated film Under the Red Hood. I do firmly believe that they are shooting at Jason here, and I don't think it's going to end well for them. However, as I said, why he would be able to take out all these guys when he couldn't before is beyond me. I really like the casting of this show, and for Corey, it's no different. She is badass. We see her with some weird blue energy all around her. Her hair keeps changing, so it's hard to tell where or when this takes place, but she doesn't look like she's having a very good time, so whatever situation she's in, it can't be good. We then get to see Connor getting blown up, but it's not really doing much to him, just his clothes. I think the look of shock on his face isn't fear for his own life, but somebody else's. I think somebody is dying right in front of him. One thing I haven't really liked is how they keep splitting up the characters and almost never getting them to be all together. It's almost like they can't afford to have all the actors in the same shot or something because they are constantly alone or in small groups. It would be nice if just once they actually trained to be a team who works together and fights together. Imagine how many situations could have been avoided if they would stop running off on their own. This next shot is really cool. We get to see Dick fighting the Scarecrow goons I spoke about earlier. They are either goons or military. It's really hard to tell because they're wearing masks, indicating they need them to not inhale something. They're wearing a lot of belts. That's all I know. And it's taking place in the same location we saw Dick in before. And after that, we see him do a cool jump attack, and then it cuts to black and the trailer ends, while the Joker's laugh can be heard slowed down in the background. In summary, this season is going to heavily focus on the Gotham City setting, and we will be getting quite a bit of fan service here, which I love. I'm happy this show is still on, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I hope some of our questions get answered in the next few months. We don't have too long before Season 3 drops, so hopefully we get to see a bit more before then. I hope they don't just have Red Hood happen without explanation. I really love the character, and I want to see them do him justice. I also really hope you guys are as hyped as I am for the next season. I don't usually do videos like this, but I wanted to talk about it, and we'll probably make some videos on the theories I discussed in this video later on. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.